Manny Talaber here. We're now on day 99, and what we're going to talk about in this particular video is I'm going to give you what I feel is really the biggest key to scaling fast. And there are probably many things that you can do to scale fast, but I think this will give you all some really good insights and mindsets as to what to focus on and then what not to focus on. And so ultimately, you're going to build something to sell. It can be a course, it can be a coaching program, it can be a hybrid of the two, whatever it is that you're going to put. But essentially, and even if you're not in the coaching, consulting, and course creation space, you're going to create something that you're going to take to market, and then you're going to put that out there. What I see people do, unfortunately, is the minute they get a little bit of traction, they start hitting the brakes, and I'll walk you through this. And so I did a lot of work in the carpet cleaning niche. One of my first clients, Dan Deline, he was a carpet cleaner, also had a online business, or basically a business selling to carpet cleaners, and he was helping carpet cleaners with what they were doing as well. And we finally got Dan to release basically a $1,000 coaching offer. He released that and he made 120,000 in 4 days from a 3,000 person list. So it took a long time to get him to release the offer, but once he released the offer, he made 120,000 in 4 days. 90 days later, he re-released the offer and made another 120,000 from the same email sequence that we sent the first time to the same list in 4 days. And so 240,000 from the same email sequence. And I'll be honest with you, I think we could have scaled Dan to $1 million if he would have stayed with it. But Dan had a fatal flaw in his system, and it's what I see a lot of people do. And what they do is they keep mucking with the vehicle, and so it's a real problem in our space. And so I can tell you where it comes from, a lot of it. So the problem is, if you've not hit critical mass yet and you've not made a lot of money yet, and you release something to the marketplace and it takes off, a lot of people immediately have imposter syndrome, and they are concerned that the product or the vehicle isn't good enough, and they start messing with it. They start wanting to make changes, and they just want to do all kinds of things. And the answer to this is not to do that. And I can tell you, Taki Moore, Sam Ovens, who else? There are a number of people in our space who are really good at saying, we're going to put this thing out to the marketplace, and all we're going to do is run traffic to it. We've built it. We're happy with what we built. But the problem is, a lot of people can't be happy with what they built. And I think the reason for that is a lot of people suffer from imposter syndrome. And so the mindset should be this, and I kept telling Dan this over and over: you're not getting any refunds at all. If you're not getting any refunds at all, why do you need to keep adding to the course? Why do you need to keep piling things on and making changes to this when people are buying it? They are certainly happy with it. Why can't we just continue to push this offer out and run more traffic to it? And unfortunately, he wanted to keep messing with it, and so they never did a third launch with that offer. And the reason is because he didn't feel like he could get the product right, even though he made $240,000 from the product, and people weren't complaining about what he was selling. And so, like I said, I think that what you need to do is this: if you want to scale fast, you build the thing, you sell organically. When you sell organically, you raise funds to run ads. When you sell organically, you create a proven model. So we've got a funnel that's working. And then what you need to do is you need to get ads to work, and then just keep rolling the money over and not take any money off the table, and also not mess with the vehicle anymore. You can mess with the marketing. You can try and tweak the ad, or you can try and tweak the offer, but don't mess with anything that's working. And so if you want to test other things, you can test other things against what's working, but you continue to run that, and you certainly don't stop anything. And so I think that, like I said, the biggest problem with a lot of people in the marketplace is they run into issues with, feeling that they're just not good enough and the product's not good enough. They have this imposter syndrome, and they're scared to put the foot on the gas, and that's when you should put the foot on the gas. once you've got some once you've got some traction, once you've got the airplane off the ground, it's time to fly. And the only way you can do that is continue to roll more and more money into ads. And like I said, you can certainly try to improve on what's working, but what you don't want to do is stop anything. You just want to add different tests in, and continue to do that. And so I thought I'd give you that insight, but we appreciate you all being here. I will see you all on the next video, and thanks a lot.